Okay, welcome back. I think, and big thanks to No Justice for, as ever, pulling my arse out of the fire with his very helpful comments. Um, I think we've got a way out of the current predicament, and I've managed to get myself, and you can see here I've got quite a few save states. I've managed to save scum my way to a pretty good position en route to the warehouse where the Bachelor is being stored. And hopefully from here we'll be able to actually complete this quest. Whether we will be able to get anywhere beyond that, because budgetary issues notwithstanding, there's a whole bunch of factors working against me right now. But hopefully we'll at least be able to make some baby steps towards getting through day 9 at long last. Just while it's loading now, I'm going to quickly show you exactly how I got here. Wasn't that fun? Yeah, I think the biggest find was getting a couple of pieces of clothing, some boots and some gloves in one of the abandoned houses. And being able to sell them made me enough money to keep my health in a fairly decent position. So, I mean, by the time we've travelled from here to the warehouse, that health will not be anywhere near as decent as previously estimated. But yeah, we're not doing too badly. We've probably got enough money to buy a couple pieces of food or something after this as well. And I do believe, I'm not going to check now because I'm min-maxing my travelling and don't have time to stop and check my inventory, but I do believe I've got a couple of healing items in stock as well, which I can use after having eaten and, you know, to help me sleep gooder. I might be wrong on that actually. I might have used all my healing items, but we'll sort something out. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, potentially. Good thing about this is it seems like while the enemies aren't guaranteed, well, enemies and friendly NPCs for that matter aren't guaranteed to be in the exact same position every time I save scum. It does seem like they at least spawn in the same position, and then when you move into range, they start moving in like a random way. So there should be a knife bandit man just outside of the warehouse that I can deal with for a couple extra money, and if I'm really lucky, some useful items as well. after that, though, kind of on our own. It seems like the next step after where we currently are is to go back into the abattoir and speak with the Oyen, who presumably will remove the poison. I got to this sort of step last time and then got killed on the way to speaking with the Oyen. But that's fine, because it means we actually get to catch all this on camera now, which is a lot better, honestly. I prefer it this way around. I think I'm going to have trouble pathing from the warehouse. I can't remember the name of the area. There is a specific name for this warehouse, but I think we're going to have trouble pathing from there to the Oyen without dying. We're going to have to find some healing, because you'll note my health is ticking down quite quickly at this point. Food would be nice as well, but that's an afterthought, honestly, at this point. And we need to do all that pretty rapidly, so let's not hold our breath. So there he is. Oh, we killed a guy. Go on, throw the knife. Beautiful. That's not great loot, but I'll take it, I suppose. Would have preferred just more flat money, and obviously a bandage would have been very, very nice. But we'll see what we can do, I guess. Howdy, Chief. Is Bachelor Dankovsky here? Captured, as you can see, he's our trophy. The man's taken his last few breaths. That's inconvenient. You remember me, Chief? Let me take a closer look. Buster? You let me go a week ago, the day the old man died. Ah, I see. Well, hello there. So what do you want? I'm looking for a specimen for my experiments, a bachelor-sized one. Ah, sure, you can take him, tit for tat. Let me talk to the guys. Thank you. Thank you. If it weren't for you, those little buggers would have split my guts. However, you shouldn't have let yourself be run by them. The kids are arming up and they have a strong suspicion these arms may go off at any moment. What the hell did you want with that tower in the first place? I have every reason to believe the polyhedron plays a key part in the history of this settlement. It's not actually part of the town. It stands on its own. Yet they do have an inextricable, that's a word, connection. The one cannot last long without the other. Tell me, have you ever been to the abattoir? I have. Why? Did you take the blood from there? I didn't. It wasn't the reason why I went there in the first place. I wanted to take a soil sample and talk to the foreman. He didn't seem the talkative type, though. Have you taken something? Anything? No, but you know it was that little mite that had announced when the pass was going to open. What you may not know is that it opened because they have carried a parcel out. Who has? Butchers and those hide-clad thugs. Where did they go? I took no notice of it. It was dark. Also, I ran inside immediately. Thank you, Oinon. This time, you've been of help. For once in your fucking life. That's harsh. He's been of a lot of help. Yeah, health is a problem now, though. We're going to save new slot, as always. But I need to take a second here. This is all walled off. We can go up here. I'm not sure if this is a health shop. I know this one is. But there's also flamethrower dudes down here. Obviously, this is food. This, I think, is clothing, so it's useless. This is food, so I'd like to go there, as is this. But I do believe, last time I checked, both of them were empty. Food has been very difficult for me to get my hands on while doing this. I've been in and out of healing shops like a million times, but food shops, they're just all like really out of the way. I don't think there is one over here, and then the ones that are here, there's one here which has flamethrower dudes like all around it. One here which has flamethrower dudes all around it, and then I think one up here or something which was just way too far out of the way for me to go for. And then, as I say, the ones on this side of the world just seem to be empty, so it's not easy to get to get food, I should say, at the moment, which, you know, coincidentally makes it not easy to get health. I'm doing my best, though. God damn it, I'm doing my best. I'm assuming I've never been through this way before, but it does look on the map as if there is. It does look on the map as if there is a way through, but I ain't seeing it. Well, really? Good thing I just saved Scum, really, because this is bollocks of the highest order. Can't go in there, no. None of these doors work. God, look at my health. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to a medicine shop in time, even if I can afford medicine. That is not a lot of time we got there, is it? That's not a lot at all. But we'll give it a go. Come on. Okay, so these are lies. The only way out of this part of the set. This could be a gap. We'll go for that. Because I think if I have to go round, I'm not going to have time. Yeah, there is a gap here. Okay, cool. This gap could be my salvation. Of course, I'm fully expecting there to be a flamethrower dude up here. I know for a fact there's a flamethrower dude up here, in fact, because I passed through here a lot in my save scumming hours. There's a food shop there, to be fair, that I just completely forgot about. I believe it didn't really have much, but not much is better than nothing. First stop, though, obviously the health shop, which is just up here. This wasn't exactly the perfect line that I just did to get here, so if I die this time, then it might be possible I can do it if I just run better, you know? Okay, I was close, to be fair, I was close. So immediately we need to turn around and just get moving. Just immediately. I was being very cautious coming up to that crossroad bits by the bridge, because I thought there was a flamethrower man around there. But it seems like there wasn't, so I can probably sort of go as direct as I want to there. If I hug this wall. This is literally saving seconds, but seconds is what I need. I have to just go through that. It's not going to do anything worse than I've already suffered, to be honest, so it's fine. I got a little bit more time coming into here now. Is it going to be enough? I've got to get into the building, buy the thing, and use it. Assuming this is assuming that he has something useful for. Fuck, really? Oh, did I get flamethrowered? The sound effect says flamethrower. I didn't see one though. I saw one a bit further up, but did I just like walk straight past one and not notice? It might be worth loading the previous save state again and trying to make that. I was pretty direct with it though. I could maybe shave a couple of seconds off, which is obviously what I need right now, but it is nuts though, because like just before that save state I had healed. I'd slept at the bachelor's friend's house and used a buttload of medical supplies to make sure I didn't die in the process. Where does the flamethrower come? Yeah, there's a guy right up there, but it couldn't have been him. Did I just die? I'm just dying, yeah. I think I could hear a flamethrower dude going, but it's because he was fighting something in the distance. It was nothing to do with him attacking me. I can't make this. That's bollocks. Okay, we load the previous state then. I did really want this to not be a disgusting trial and error showcase, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any way around it. It's just going to have to be a lot of, like, walking just within, or I should say just out of aggro range of flamethrower dudes and stuff. Obviously trying to avoid these clouds as much as possible. Is there any way... It would be quicker to go this way, wouldn't it? Oh really? Did he aggro on me? That's fine. That's fine. We can do this better. I loaded the wrong game. Brilliant. Brilliant. Good job, Joe. Yeah, we can save a bit of time, I think, by going through the city, which is obviously a lot more dangerous, but the problem for me is the sort of alleyway between Bad Grief's place and the Notkins' place. Because I know there's quite a few flamey boys around there, particularly around the bridge at the end. I was kind of hoping, because you'll note that my infection isn't that high right now. I have taken a couple tablets to keep that in check. I was kind of hoping that it being below half would be fuck fence. No way past here, is there? This is just explorative. Yeah, okay, we can go through here and then up this way. Oh no, we can go diagonal there. Okay, we're going to load again because we got hit by a rat and wasted time. But that's our route. You think I'd know that route pretty well because that's around Vlad the Younger's house, which is a place I went a lot at the beginning of the game. But honestly, specifics of the map in this game still elude me, you know? There's a lot of fine details that aren't that easy to commit to memory. I knew there was a way through there somewhere-ish, but I wasn't sure if I had to sort of go around the houses a little bit for it. So we go right to the end of here. Careful not to get burned. In through here, and then wrap back around the building, is that right? Like this? Yeah, good. And then this brings us to near Bad Grief's compound. There's a knife man up there, but I haven't got time for him. I'm not going to bother killing the one outside the warehouse either, because there's just not enough time. I know there's a rat chasing me as well, but again, it's not worth the time investment to kill it. They can't actually hit you as long as you keep moving. They stop to swing. So you can stay out of their aggro range as long as you just keep pressing forward. And then obviously as soon as I go into a building, it disappears, so problem solved. There's the guy I was worried about. If we go this side of the train, I might just be able to squeeze. Oh, this is going to be real bad. We might have to dip. We're not going to be able to cross the bridge. If we go down to the river, we should be okay, though, hopefully. My health isn't even on the critical bars section yet, so that's promising. Go up here. And then it's that building there, but we've got to be careful not to go down too early because there's this fence in the way. I'm learning. I'm learning. Never you mind. Never you worry about nothing. So sometimes when I come around here, the knife man is fighting a guard. Like this. I will actually go for him then in this case because I can kill him a lot quicker when I don't have to dodge. Just die quickly. Just die quickly, dude. Come on. The rat is attacking me. Getting hit by that rat a bunch of times was not ideal. It was not ideal at all. Have I saved anything from doing that after getting hit by the rat? I don't think I have. We load again. We load again. This is... Can't believe I forgot about the rat, man. Can't believe I forgot about the rat. That's definitely the quicker route, though. It sort of doesn't feel quicker because there's just more going on in this route. There's more like dodging and weaving and enemies and things. But if you look at the map, there's no way that going this way isn't quicker than going all the way around the bottom of the train station. Zero chance it's not quicker. Bang. There we go. It is kind of entertaining in a sort of sick way, isn't it? Just watching these dudes just pop in these poor diseased folk. Absolutely just pop in them. Yeah, to the left here is that courtyardy area where there's like 2 or 3 knife men patrolling, which is obviously very good for money, but there's just not the time. There's just not the time to invest in killing them. Honestly, the best way of making money, it seems, is to just save scum until you find a house, one of the diseased houses that have no people in them, that you can just walk into and loot a load of stuff quickly from. That seems to be the sort of optimal thing to do to make cash. Of course, it's guaranteed to completely fuck both your infection and your immunity up, but you usually make enough money doing it as long as you can loot like 2 or 3 houses worth of stuff quickly to sort of it to be worth it, you know. You can afford enough infection and immunity fixes that it sort of covers the cost. That's how I got as far as I did, honestly. I don't think I would have done it otherwise. I had a really rough time, honestly. Like the time when I got all the way up here on video and then got most of the way back to the bachelor's house again was pure fluke. I have no idea how I achieved that. I really don't. Because getting to a point where I could even get this far, it has taken me like 3 hours of gameplay, just repeatedly, just finding like the optimal paths to take and stuff. Yeah, look at my health. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. It's almost like I've not been hit by a rat 3 times. Blah, 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 whatever. I'll take any option you have. Okay. Now, if we go out, there should still be the knife man there. I don't know if he's going to be worth polishing off, but I am just going to immediately overwrite this previous save state. Oh, he's gone. Okay, never mind. Ignore me, I guess there's no knife man here. I guess going in and out of buildings must reset the positionings of NPCs. I suppose. I don't know, it's hard to tell exactly how it all works. I know when I repeatedly load and just do the same, like run down the same street over and over again, the NPCs are usually all in the same positions, so there's obviously something going on there, but let me hop into here real quick. I know health is more important, but yeah, I sold to this dude, turns out. I sold to this dude. He does not have any food though, so that's unfortunate. At least I got the rat off my arse, that's nice. But what we're going to need to do here is buy tourniquets, I imagine. I don't think he's going to sell bandages, and there's no way I can afford a med kit. But we're just going to have to bump the health up as much as possible, as quickly as possible. And he's not selling any. Well, that's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. I know loading the game does reset inventories. It might be worth save scumming this. We've got a bit of health left, right? I mean, I could buy 3 of these and just go sleep. I don't know if that would be enough at this point, though. With my hunger max, my infection climbing, I can at least get my immunity under control, but... we'll try this. This is what the whole save scum system's all about, right? Nearest house is right here. I know there is, yeah, flamethrower dude right there, though. I might get killed on the way. Yeah, okay, so we can't use that house. Good to know. Good to know. It's all a learning experience, right? It's all a learning curve. It's also worth noting that it is nearly 7 o'clock on day 9, and I need to get this quest done by the end of today. So we can't... sleeping is... we can sleep, but it's going to push that deadline up a lot. So it's not ideal. It's not the ideal way of doing this right now. Obviously the deadline's high anyway, just because of, you know, everything else that's going on, but in an ideal world, I'd be able to make it to the Oyun on the health I've got. And then I could buy 3 Meridorm and just sleep immediately after seeing him. But it's not working that way, is it? That is 100% not how this is going to go down, as much as I hate to admit it. I'm not going to get to the Oyun on this much health. You can see it ticking away already. I'm thinking if I buy 2 tourniquets though. Still not selling any, that's a shame. We'll go with this plan again then, I suppose. For now. Right, and then we want to take this route. It's annoying though, because there's nowhere to sleep. Maybe we could go... Aspetes is kind of out the way though, because you have to go down and then back up and in through there. Meanwhile, this building, even though it's red on the map, I don't think I can actually get into. I've never been inside that building. It didn't seem like there was anything useful there. The willows would be nice, but getting round to it is difficult. Same with Alexander's. It might be Stickies is the best bet, but again, that is going to be an unfortunate amount of detour. Are we sure that's going to be better than... Maybe Aspetes is better, actually. Yeah, I think Aspetes probably is the best option now that I think about it. I do see a flamethrower dude in an unfortunate position, though. Can we get to Aspetes? So we can go around the back of this guy. That's actually not as dramatic as I'm making it out to be. This is all assuming, of course, that 3 Meridorm is going to be enough to sort me out. Hey, do you like sell anything? No? Okay, fine. You just run away. You just be on your way, little girl. One thing I've not really been engaging enough with is trading with random people on the street. I don't know why they're all running from me. Is it because I'm infected? Or is there like someone chasing me right now and they're running from them? It's weird. We'll see if this works anyway. Again, this is going to push my infection up, but what other choice do I have right now? Boop, boop, boop. And sleep 5 hours, because that's how you get the optimum healing. Yeah, this is doing it. This is doing it.
The night has come.
Oh, fuck.
The pressing endeavors of the day were fulfilled at the expense of several
Nope.
lives.
Nope, we're not letting that happen. We're not letting that happen. Just out of curiosity.
Today's events.
Yeah, it fixed my exhaustion. So if I'm willing to sacrifice this quest, I know I can survive the day if I'm willing to sacrifice the quest. What if I only sleep like 3 hours? Fuck. I was sitting there with my hands in like a Mr. Burns steepled position, having deep in thought about the optimum way to play there, completely forgetting that I need to start moving as soon as the game loads. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. That's really not what I want to do. I don't know what we're likely to get from helping the Oyun. I mean, obviously, canonically, doing the Oyun's trial is going to get us access to the blood, theoretically, which will allow us to make as many panaceas as we want, and everything will be fucking glorious and wonderful and happy. But I'm I don't know, maybe I'm assuming too much, but I'm assuming that that is going to happen one way or another regardless. Like, the army will move in and we'll be able to get access to the blood that way. I assume that's what will happen if we don't do it this way. Yeah, it's really weird because sometimes these guys definitely their inventories definitely reset on a load, but this one does not seem to be doing that. This one's not down with that concept, I guess. Such a lot of money. That's such a lot of money just to get my health to a, you know, acceptable level, but I don't have any other choice, do I? Yeah, I'm 5 hours is obviously going to push me over the limit. I should have done the maths there. It was nearly 7 o'clock. 7 plus 5 is 12. That's midnight. Fuck, I went too close to the Bernie, man. He was facing the other direction. I thought I was in the clear. I'm being an idiot. I was trying to avoid the gas, even though the gas isn't even, like, the most pressing matter right now. So, 3 hours, I'm thinking. Hopefully. We sleep for 3 hours, and that will still allow us just enough time to make it to the Oyen before the day's out. I'm hoping. Whether it will allow us enough health to do that is another matter, but it seemed like my health did get fairly well recovered in 3 hours. Obviously, you can see it go by hour, right, when you're sleeping. After 3 hours, I was about 3/4 of the way to full, which, as I say, spending all this money on getting my health to 3/4 of the way to full is so depressing. But you gotta do what you gotta do in Pathologic, you know? I can only pray that tomorrow food is a lot cheaper and a lot more common. I know I think medical supplies are about the cheapest they get today, so that's lucky, honestly. I don't know, actually, maybe they do go a bit cheaper. I feel like I've seen tourniquets for less than 14.40 before, and that's how much I'm being charged for them at present. Those 3 beta tablets I'm carrying around, by the way, you might have seen in the fast forwarded little section at the start. I looted them off a dead gunman. They apparently drop. I don't know if they have the same loot tables as the guards, the previous guards, the fist guards, but it seemed kind of similar because those were always dropped by the guards as well. Would have been nice if he had dropped like a med kit, which is also something guards can drop, but you know, you can't win them all, I suppose. Take the small victories I can get. As I say, I think the major issue I'm going to have is getting through the next day. Today's obviously been rough, but it's going to be a case of we do this and we see if it's worth it, compared to just sleeping for 5 hours now and forgetting the quest. This will make it 22. It's going to be tight. What? What the fuck? What just happened? Why did I just die immediately? I am very confused by that. Is it that it does like the damage before the healing? Was I on slightly lower health than I was last time I did that? So the damage killed me before the healing could top me up again? God damn it. Even like this isn't really the strategy I want to take, but I guess I will accept it strategy is not as smooth as it should be, you know? This should be the easy route. This should be the backup plan. I'm curious as to how much health I lose. No. I was thinking for a second that maybe I could chance it and just try and run to the Oyen without healing, but it's a long way through those tunnels, man. The abattoir is fucking huge. There's no way I'm making it. I might make it to the abattoir, but you know, that's like half the journey. Especially if I'm going in the south side, I think that starts me slightly further away. I mean, both entrances are fucking miles from the Oyen. I don't know why he can't hang out a bit closer to the door. Would be very helpful. But Yeah, I think the southern entrance is the worst of the... There's a flamethrower. There's a flamethrower dude there. That's twice I've done that. That's twice I've done that now. Twice. Dos. D. Ni. Duos. It keeps happening, is my point. He's very well hidden, to be fair. He's tucked away between two buildings. He's facing in the other direction, so you can't even see his beady little eyes behind his little fucking hazmat suit. He's just like a lump of beige nondescriptness tucked away in an alleyway. And you're focused on the big cloud of souls coming towards you that you have to dodge out the way of. Not paying enough attention to the fucking ninja flamethrowing fuck who's just waiting to toast your bagels at the first opportunity. Fucking hell, what is going on over there? It's just a clusterfuck of dudes running and fighting and exploding. It could also have been, the reason I died on the first tick, is that I took more damage than I did previously, because my infection was higher because I'd walked through a gas cloud, so that's something else to consider. He's just down, there he is, look at him, look how stealth he is. What a prick. Walked through a gas cloud again. Did it again. All I can do is just keep trying though, right? Like, I can't easily avoid that gas cloud. The game isn't too keen on me doing that. Because obviously if I try and skirt around the right hand side of it, I get a little fella turning up the heat on me. Setting his oven to 220, you know? Drugs, bam, bam, bam. Sleep. 3 hours. Yes, didn't immediately die. That's good. Okay, health isn't incredible, but it could be worse. Oh, wait. My exhaustion fixed, and the day isn't over. My exhaustion fixed and the day isn't over. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. I don't know if that might be some sort of sign that I am physically incapable of getting to the Orion on time, but we'll find out. We'll find out. This would have been so much easier if there had been any food available this entire day of gameplay. I don't know if that's like where the fuck is the... It's further around. Yeah, I don't know if that was an intentional design decision. That's something they put in just to make this section even more difficult. Or if that was just bad luck on my part, that all the shops just happened to randomize like a lemon. Infection's getting bad as well, but we can deal with infection at least. Infection is like, despite in early game it being... Excuse me. The day isn't over. It would appear the cutoff for the quest is slightly earlier than I thought it was. We load again. We load again. Things just got just that little bit more spicy. There's another medicine shop. I forget where. I'm sure there is one. It's this, I think, right? we're going to need tourniquets. I mean, there's also one here, which would be a bit of a detour, but if this first plan doesn't pan out, then we can try that as well. I know for a fact that one was selling tourniquets earlier as well, because I opted not to buy them and go for the sleeping to heal thing instead, which I think at the time was the better decision because I got more health out of it. But obviously we're on a strict time limit now, so not necessarily going to work out. Okay, so what are we looking at round here? There's a very narrow gap thanks to these impenetrable bushes. Oh fuck, there's another one. I so expertly slalomed out the way of that first one. I made that into a fine art, the way I dodged, maneuvered even. Led that fool astray, had him spinning on the spot trying to point his flamethrower at me while I'm slaloming in and out of bushes and signposts and other people. It was a thing of beauty what I did. But then of course the 6 more of the fuckers just stood round the corner waiting to end my existence, because of course there is. Of course there is. This game is pathologic after all. Made by a pathologic psychopath. That's what it's named for. I definitely can't go that way then, so I'm going to loop back on myself here, be back to where I was back near the start of the entire problem that has been this quest. If this doesn't work out, I'm just going to have to accept that I'm not going to get it done, which I hate. There's been lots of quests I've not got done in this game, you know. It's happened on multiple occasions where I've just not had time to get something done, and I've been accepting of that. This one, though, has caused me so much goddamn trouble that it physically hurts me to not finish it at this point. And I really don't think I'm going to finish it. I was hoping to get more health out of those tourniquets. I really was. I know they don't do much, but I was hoping to at least get to half health. Because I have no money now, is the problem. So I can complete the quest. I will then die sleeping. So before I can cure my exhaustion, I will need to make enough money to buy a load more Meridorm or whatever various drug I need at the time in order to even sleep. And then I still have my hunger to deal with, my infection to deal with. It's not looking promising for old Joe right now. This quest might be a lost cause, I'm not gonna lie. Which are we closer to? I think we are closer. It doesn't look like it, but I think we are closer to this entrance, and then it's a shorter run once you're in there from that side anyway, so we'll go with that. Oh, those gas clouds, man. You just can't avoid them. It's hard enough to avoid them anyway, especially since they tend to spawn about 3 feet from you and just fly directly into your face. But it gets a million times more difficult when the pavement is lined with men holding flamethrowers in your direction, you know? If you take one step to the right on the path, you will get deep fucking fried. I don't think I'm going to have enough health even to get in and out of the abattoir. Look at it. Look at it going. Look at it dropping. Are you witnessing this? Are you witnessing this fall of man before your very eyes? I can't believe I can't do the quest at 10 o'clock though. That is such bullshit. What, does the Oyun get an early night? Yeah. Middle of an incredibly dangerous pandemic where his services are requested on a regular basis. And this man's like, you know what? I think I'll I think I'll just watch Coronation Street and get an early one, you know? Have my shepherd's pie and then roll off into bed. Fucking asshole. I'm not doing this. Look at my health. Look at that health. Unless the Oyun heals me. Unless the reward for this quest is healing. And even then, I don't even think I'm going to make it to him. Never mind out again. But that's the only way I'm doing this at this point. Is if he works his magic and fully recovers my health upon completing his quest. Which, yeah, I'd say I'm not even going to get to him. Ah, fuck. I hate this, man. I hate it, but you know what? In order to complete this game, sacrifices must be made, and first and foremost, the first sacrifice is going to be not finishing the Oyun's quest. It's not possible. It's not possible for me right now. The only way it could potentially be possible, and this is a very, very long shot, and would not be worth the time investment, I don't think, is if I went up to the abattoir, killed all the guards there, and I assume if I attack one, they're all going to come for me, right? I assume they're all buddies. But if I murdered all of the guards, save scum just before it, repeatedly, you know, just killing them all would be incredibly difficult because they're harder than knife men, and there's a bunch of them. Killed all the guards, looted them all. We got at least 2 or 3 medkits out of it. Then it could potentially be possible. But that's such a long shot idea that I think we're best just giving up here. We're best just giving up. I want to see the end of this game one way or another, and I don't think we're going to see that by just getting hung up on trying to complete this one quest. No blood for me, I guess. The annoying thing is, I mean, I was going to say the annoying thing is I completed the quest, I just didn't get back to report it in time, but to be fair, I didn't complete the quest. What the Oyun sent me out to do was find out who was stealing the blood, right? And the Bachelor has told me that he thinks it was that guy dying. He thinks it was the butchers, right? Is what he was saying. But we've not caught the butchers. We don't know which butchers in particular it was that have done it. You know, we've not brought any criminals to justice here. We've just got the Bachelor, who the Oyun doesn't trust anyway. We've got his word that that's what happened.
The night has come. The most pressing endeavours of the day were fulfilled at the expense of several lives of your bound.
Mm-hmm.
A mime performance at the theatre will feature today's events.
Well, I was never going to save those bound anyway. That was never going to happen. That was always an untenable, unwinnable goal. I think my first port of call, I'm going to save, obviously. I've gone completely the wrong way as well. My first port of call is to get my infection dealt with, because I know I can do that, right? The food is another matter entirely. We can get my immunity bumped up. We can do that now, in fact. I'll do that right this second. There we go. Immunity's good. Infection we can deal with. Hunger. Hunger's going to be the problem child here. I would like to go see that theatre performance as well, but I don't know. Like, that's obviously not pressing, right? There's another thing I'd like to do, but priorities right now. And priorities are always not die in Pathologic. That's number 1 on the agenda, is don't starve to death, you know? If we get the infection down, then we'll only have the hunger affecting our health, because all the other stats are going to be pretty good. Just hope we can do all this quick enough. I know infection seems to affect health worse than hunger and exhaustion do. It seems to, at least. I don't know, maybe that's just me confusing myself, but this is brown, right? I've got some brown, but we need more black first and foremost. 3 blacks and a brown, right? Please, take 65 livers. On the house. 3 blacks and a brown, that means we take 12 of these. In fact, we'll just max out black and then get as many browns as we can with the remainder. That seems sensible. Because we're always going to need more black, right? Well, we've successfully made it to day 10, I suppose. Successfully being a strong word. I mean, especially when you take this into account. I hope this is paused while I'm doing this. Sticky is infected again. Notkin, I believe, is dead. Because he was infected yesterday, so I'm assuming that means... Although I think I cured Sticky on the second day of his infection the first time round, right? I believe. So I don't know, maybe they don't actually, like... This is optimism, obviously. But maybe they don't actually die, they just stay infected until the end of the game and you can cure them or whatever at any time. It did say something about it costing the lives of my bound, though, and obviously those kids are the bound. That's who that is. We need to make... Didn't I just decide, actually, that 2 blacks and a brown was, like, the better way of doing this? I think it was. Because we get a... 32 minus 2. We'll make one of these and see where we stand. $38 minus 3. Yeah, I think we're better off just making more cheaper ones. Personally. I'm never sure what screens time passes on and which ones it doesn't. Like, could I die while doing this? Could I be sitting here with my health ticking down while I'm trying to mix? Might as well do 3 with this last one. And we discovered that it works with anything. We might as well not use the corrupted ones, actually. Oh no, we did need to use the infected ones because that 100 is bad, right? Yeah, the 100 ones don't do anything. I remember how this works now. Give me some corrupted bits then. That was a waste, but it's fine. It's fine. I will definitely remember next time what it is I'm meant to be doing. God, I wish there was an easier way of doing this. One of them, mix, click. One of them, mix, click. There we go. Which is the stronger stuff? That one, right? And we'll use one more. Okay, that's infection looking okay. Health is still bad and going down rapidly though, and that's because of hunger. We will save scum again. And I want to try and find some food. This video's gone like super long, I know. Especially once I include the footage from the start. But I want to find some food before I wrap up. I want to leave future Joe in a semi-comfortable position. And I'm hoping I should be able to walk past flamethrower dudes now. I know I still have some infection, but I'm hoping they give you some sort of leeway, you know? I really need to watch out for those gas clouds though, or else it's just gonna go straight back up again. Let's find out what this guy thinks about me. Good day to you, friend. Infection clear here, nothing to worry about. I know my vision's blurry and I'm kind of rambling, but don't worry about it. I'm good. Everything's great here. Is there a knife man in there? There is. Yo! Oh. Well, that's a shame. I really could have used killing him myself, to be honest, but as soon as he got near that flamethrower dude, he was not coming back from that. It was over for him then. I don't know how I'm going to get food, mind you. I've not really thought this through super well, because I've got no money. I am at a distinct money-based disadvantage right now. My only hope is that there's going to be some knife fellas about here. Although it looks like this area is clear. This is a happy area right now, which is bad for me. You just mend clothes, which is a mechanic I've never had to interact with a single time. Are you a vendor of any sort? No? Okay, cool. Very epic. Is it this door? Yes. Okay. Well, you've got fucking nothing, do you? I think this or this. That one's a meat shop for sure, right? Look how much nicer this area is now. This area was hell. Getting back and forth through here in day 9 was absolute hell. It was lined with flamethrower dudes. There was one route. Well, there was one route round the bottom or one route round the top I could take. 2 routes total that I could take to not just immediately die. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him quicker, you fuck. What are you doing? You know what? We'll deal with the food thing tomorrow. I'll... by tomorrow, I mean next time. You know what I mean. I'll see you guys around. Bye.